This morning, we are learning more about a new discovery in one of the world's most ancient structures. Scientists say that they have found a mysterious chamber hidden deep inside Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza.
The world is full of fascinating places that continue to puzzle scientists, sparking endless curiosity. From strange natural formations to mysterious phenomena, these sites challenge our understanding of science and nature. In this video, we'll take a look at 15 of the most mysterious places on Earth. Let's dive in. Eternal Flame Falls. Eternal Flame Falls is a 35-foot waterfall known for its striking combination of natural beauty and a small flame flickering behind it. The flame, about 8 inches high, is fueled by natural gas and has burned for thousands of years. It's thought to have been first lit by Native Americans and continues to fascinate visitors and scientists alike. The flame is sustained by methane gas seeping from deep underground, primarily from the Rhine Street Shale, located about 400 meters below the surface. This rock layer is cooler than what's typically needed to produce large amounts of natural gas, puzzling researchers who believe an unknown geological process might explain the phenomenon. A study by Indiana University found that shale emits methane and other hydrocarbons, but its low temperature makes the gas production unusual. What sets this flame apart is its resilience despite being surrounded by water. Protected by a small grotto, it stays lit even as the waterfall cascades around it. The natural gas seeping through porous rock not only feeds the flame, but also produces a noticeable rotten egg smell, a common sign of methane. Although it's called an eternal flame, it sometimes goes out due to wind or rain, but can easily be reignited by hikers with lighters, adding an interactive aspect to the experience. Scientific studies have also revealed that the gas at Eternal Flame Falls contains higher levels of ethane and propane than most natural gas seeps, which are typically dominated by methane. Around 2.2 pounds, 1 kilogram of methane is released daily, raising questions about how gas can form under such cool conditions. This unique site continues to intrigue researchers, as it hints at geological mechanisms yet to be fully understood. Patom Crater. For years, scientists debated the origin of the Patom Crater. Early theories suggested it was a meteorite impact site or linked to the 1908 Tunguska explosion. However, no traces of cosmic material or typical impact signs were found during geological surveys. Recent research points to volcanic activity as the likely cause. Geologists believe the crater formed from phreatic explosions, steam-driven eruptions caused by heated water interacting with hot rocks or magma underground. This explanation is supported by the weathered rock fragments and the crater's distinctive layered structure. The crater is estimated to be 300–600 years old. Tree ring analysis from nearby vegetation revealed accelerated growth patterns during its formation, possibly caused by underground gas releases. Geophysical studies further suggest the crater's shape and composition resulted from deep fluid movements rather than an external impact. Patom Crater has a base diameter of about 160 meters, 520 feet, and rises 40 meters, 130 feet, with a smaller central mound adding 12 meters, 39 feet. It contains roughly 250,000 cubic meters, 8,800,000 cubic feet of fragmented limestone, forming a unique ring-shaped crown. Surrounded by dense taiga in the Patom Highlands, the crater's remote location makes access difficult, with few guided tours available. Its isolation adds to its mystique, attracting tourists and adventurers eager to explore its secrets. Also, unusual plant growth patterns in the area have fueled speculation about environmental changes tied to the crater's formation. The Cave of Crystals. Around 26 million years ago, magma from deep within the Earth rose through faults beneath the region, forming a reservoir of hot, mineral-rich water saturated with calcium sulfate, the main ingredient in gypsum. This hot water filled the cavern and maintained a steady temperature above 50 degrees Celsius for hundreds of thousands of years. The slow cooling of this water allowed gypsum to crystallize gradually, forming the massive selenite crystals we see today. The cave's high temperature and humidity created ideal conditions for these crystals to grow. The lack of oxygen in the water prevented other minerals from forming, allowing gypsum crystals to develop without competition. The Cave of Crystals is a remarkable example of how specific environmental conditions can lead to extraordinary mineral formations, demonstrating the principles of crystal nucleation and growth. Despite its stunning beauty, the cave's extreme environment makes exploration difficult. Temperatures can reach 58 degrees Celsius and humidity levels exceed 90%, creating conditions that are dangerous for humans. Prolonged exposure can cause heat stroke or dehydration due to the body's inability to cool itself effectively. Specialized equipment is essential for safe exploration, and visits are typically brief. The cave has also been affected by flooding caused by mining activities. In 2000, water from an aquifer accidentally flooded parts of the mine, limiting access. While some areas remain underwater, researchers have observed slower crystal growth as the crystals become less hydrated due to lower saturation levels. The Cave of Crystals has attracted scientists and geologists from around the world because of its unique features and scientific value. Often referred to as the Sistine Chapel of Crystals, it offers insights into crystallography and mineralogy, revealing how temperature and chemical composition influence crystal growth. Other caves in the Nazca mine contain shorter crystals formed under faster cooling conditions. In contrast, the stable environment of the Cave of Crystals has allowed for the formation of much larger structures. This comparison helps researchers understand how different environmental factors affect mineral development, making the cave an invaluable natural laboratory for studying the processes behind crystal formation. The Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines, thought to have been made between 200 years before the Common Era and 500 years into the Common Era, emerged during the peak of Nazca culture. Peruvian archaeologist Toribio Mejia Zespe first documented them in 1927 after observing them while walking through the area. These massive designs were created by scraping away the dark surface stones to expose the lighter soil beneath. This method has helped preserve the lines over centuries due to the region's stable climate, which has very little rain and wind. The geoglyphs include simple lines stretching for miles, intricate geometric patterns, and depictions of animals such as hummingbirds, monkeys, spiders, and even a killer whale. Some of the largest designs span up to 1,200 feet across. These figures showcase the Nazca people's advanced skills in geometry and spatial planning. The purpose of the Nazca lines remains a mystery, despite decades of study. One idea is that they had religious or ceremonial significance, possibly serving as pathways for rituals or marking sacred spaces. Another theory suggests that some lines align with celestial bodies or constellations, functioning as astronomical calendars or guides for agricultural cycles. In the arid environment where water was crucial for farming, the lines might have been part of rain-invoking ceremonies or linked to water sources. Some scholars also believe the lines served as pilgrimage routes to important sites like Causeway, a ceremonial center featuring adobe pyramids near many of the geoglyphs. Although the remote location has protected the Nazca lines from urbanization, they are increasingly threatened by tourism and environmental changes. Foot traffic and vehicles pose risks to their preservation. Efforts are now focused on restricting access to fragile areas and promoting sustainable tourism to safeguard this cultural heritage. The Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is famous for the unexplained disappearances of ships and aircraft. Among the most well-known cases is Flight 19, a squadron of 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers that vanished during a training mission in December 1945. Despite a large-scale search operation involving planes and ships, no trace of the bombers was ever found. The mystery grew when a rescue plane sent to locate them also disappeared. Other notable incidents include the USS Cyclops, a Navy cargo ship that went missing in 1918 with over 300 men on board, and the SS Marine Sulphur Queen, a cargo ship that vanished in 1963. These events have fueled a lasting fascination with the Bermuda Triangle, inspiring numerous books, documentaries, and fictional stories. While some theories propose supernatural causes, scientific explanations are more plausible. One key factor is the area's exposure to extreme weather. Located in a busy maritime route, the Bermuda Triangle is prone to tropical storms and hurricanes. Before modern meteorology, sudden and violent storms often caught ships off guard, leading to disasters. The Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current flowing from the Gulf of Mexico into the Atlantic, adds to the region's unpredictability. Its strong currents can cause abrupt weather changes and potentially disorient navigators. Furthermore, the Caribbean's numerous islands and shallow waters present additional hazards, increasing the risk of accidents. Another hypothesis involves methane hydrates, frozen methane gas deposits beneath the ocean floor. If disturbed, these deposits could release large amounts of gas, reducing the water's density and causing ships to sink rapidly. While this phenomenon has been observed in other regions, its connection to Bermuda Triangle incidents remains speculative. Magnetic anomalies in the region are also suggested as a possible cause. Variations in Earth's magnetic field can sometimes cause compasses to point to true north instead of magnetic north, potentially confusing navigators who are unaware of these irregularities. Speculative ideas, such as extraterrestrial activity or ties to the mythical lost city of Atlantis, continue to capture the public imagination. Although these theories lack scientific evidence, they contribute to the enduring mystery surrounding the Bermuda Triangle. The Pink Lake. Lake Hillier, also known as the Pink Lake, is about 600 meters long and 250 meters wide, surrounded by white sand, woodlands, and sand dunes. Its bright pink color, caused by algae like Dunaliella salina, has fascinated people since its discovery in 1802 by navigator Matthew Flinders. Unlike other pink lakes, Lake Hillier's color remains consistently vibrant throughout the year because the algae produce a red-orange pigment, beta-carotene, in its highly saline water, which is 8 times saltier than the ocean. Other microorganisms like halobacteria and archaea also contribute to the lake's color. The lake is located in a protected reserve, and the only way to view it is from the air or by sea, helping to preserve its ecosystem. Scenic flights offer a unique view, while conservation efforts protect its wildlife, including penguins and geese. Despite its remote location, the lake has become a popular natural attraction, drawing interest worldwide. The Moai Statues. The Moai Statues of Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, were created by the Rapa Nui people between 1400 and 1650 AD, made from volcanic tuff from the Rano Raraku quarry. Over 1,000 statues remain, with the tallest reaching 33 feet and weighing up to 86 tons, while the average height is about 13 feet and weight around 10 tons. Contrary to the common label Easter Island heads, the Moai have full bodies, many buried partially in the ground. Positioned on rectangular stone platforms called ahu, they served as burial sites and ceremonial platforms, facing inward toward the island, indicating a focus on community and ancestral reverence. The Moai represent ancestral figures, especially chiefs or leaders believed to embody spiritual power after death. Their exaggerated facial features, often adorned with coral or obsidian, symbolize this mana or spiritual energy, which was thought to protect the community. Constructing and transporting the statues required significant resources, labor, and time, though the methods of moving them across the island remain debated. Many Moai were toppled during tribal conflicts in the late 19th century, reflecting internal strife. A local legend also ties their fall to the anger of a powerful woman, Nuahine Pikea Uri, whose children neglected her, showing how deeply mythology is intertwined with the Moai's significance as symbols of spiritual authority. The Devil's Kettle. The mystery of Devil's Kettle, where water seemingly vanishes into a hole, has puzzled visitors and scientists for years. Various theories suggested that the water could flow through underground caves, or even connect to distant bodies of water like Lake Superior or the Mississippi River. To investigate, objects such as ping-pong balls, dye, and logs were thrown in, but none resurfaced. Some believed the water was trapped in an underground cavern or carried away by strong currents. However, in 2017, hydrologists from the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources discovered that the water actually flows back into the Brule River just downstream through underground channels. This finding clarified the mystery, showing that even simple natural phenomena can have complex explanations. The Sailing Stones. Death Valley National Park, located in California, is famous for its extreme climate and unique geological features, including the mysterious sailing stones of Racetrack Playa. This flat expanse of dried mud, stretching about 3 miles long and 2 miles wide, is marked by tracks left behind by moving rocks, some extending up to 1,500 feet. Despite extensive observation, no one had witnessed the stones moving until recent studies provided insight into their behavior. Before these investigations, theories ranged from supernatural forces to extreme weather conditions or extraterrestrial activity. In 2014, a study by researchers from UC San Diego finally captured the stone's movement using time-lapse photography and GPS technology. The research revealed that a combination of ice formation, wind, and water was responsible for their movement. During winter, rainwater would collect and freeze overnight. As temperatures rose during the day, the ice would melt slightly, creating a thin water layer that acted as a lubricant, allowing light winds to push large ice sheets, which in turn moved the rocks at speeds of 7 to 16 feet per minute. While this study confirmed wind's role, some questions, like why certain rocks move while others don't, remain unexplained. The Great Pyramids of Giza. The Great Pyramids of Giza are iconic symbols of ancient civilization. Built during the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom as tombs for pharaohs, the Great Pyramid of Khufu, also known as Cheops, is the largest and oldest, originally standing at 146.6 meters, 481 feet. It was the tallest man-made structure for over 3,800 years, until surpassed in 1300 AD. The pyramids are not just architectural feats, but also key to ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife. The Great Pyramid is part of a larger complex that includes pyramids for Khufu's successors, Khafra and Menkaure, and various temples. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is the only remaining wonder of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The construction of the Great Pyramid involved 2.3 million blocks of stone, with estimates suggesting it was built by skilled laborers rather than slaves. Archaeological findings, including worker graves, support this. Theories about how the stones were moved include ramps and levers. The precision of the stonework is remarkable, with some joints nearly invisible. The pyramids are also aligned with the cardinal points, hinting at advanced knowledge of astronomy. The pyramid's internal passages and chambers, including the King's Chamber, raise further mysteries, such as the purpose of 2 narrow shafts and the absence of treasures in Khufu's tomb. The Blood Falls. The Blood Falls waterfall, known for its striking red liquid, was first observed by British geologist Thomas Griffith Taylor during the Terra Nova expedition in 1911. This unusual phenomenon, which comes from beneath the Taylor Glacier, sparked a century-long search for its scientific explanation. Recent studies have shown that the red color of blood falls is caused by iron oxide, commonly known as rust. The water initially emerges clear, but it turns red when exposed to oxygen due to its high iron and salt content. This water comes from a subglacial lake that has been isolated for about 2 million years. The salt and iron in the water react with the glacier's bedrock. When the pressurized water seeps through cracks in the ice and meets the cold Antarctic air, it oxidizes quickly, creating a vivid red hue. Beneath Taylor Glacier, a complex network of saline water connects several lakes in the dry valleys, creating an ecosystem that thrives in harsh conditions. The high salinity not only contributes to the appearance of blood falls, but also supports unique microbial life forms that have adapted to survive in isolation. What makes blood falls particularly fascinating is its connection to ancient microorganisms. Research has discovered iron-rich particles formed by these microbes, which have likely existed for millions of years beneath the glacier. These microbes thrive in saline water and contribute to the red coloration when their byproducts react with oxygen. This discovery provides insights into the possibility of life on other planets, such as Mars, where similar extreme conditions might exist. The presence of life in such an extreme environment highlights the resilience of life on Earth and raises questions about the potential for life elsewhere in the universe. The conditions at blood falls may serve as a model for scientists studying other celestial bodies for signs of life. Although much has been learned about blood falls, some mysteries remain. While iron oxidation is the leading theory for its color, other geological processes or hidden water sources could be involved. Further research is necessary to uncover these remaining questions and explore the broader implications for microbial evolution and astrobiology. The Door to Hell. The Door to Hell, officially known as the Darvaza gas crater, is a remarkable geological feature in the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan. Its origins date back to 1971, when a Soviet drilling expedition searching for natural gas accidentally struck a large underground methane cavern. This caused the ground to collapse, swallowing the drilling rig and creating a massive sinkhole. In an attempt to prevent toxic gas from escaping, the geologists ignited the methane, expecting the flames to burn out within a few weeks. However, the fire has continued to blaze for over 50 years, creating an enduring inferno in the desert. The exact formation of the crater remains somewhat unclear, with local geologists suggesting it was created in the 1960s and ignited in the 1980s. However, much of this information remains classified due to the sensitive nature of Soviet-era gas and oil exploration, adding to the mystery surrounding the crater's origins. The Darvaza crater is not only a fascinating tourist attraction, but also holds geological significance. It sits atop one of the largest natural gas reserves in Turkmenistan, known for its extensive gas fields. The ongoing methane combustion creates a vibrant blue flame that illuminates the surrounding desert, contributing to its otherworldly appearance. Scientists have studied this phenomenon to better understand natural gas deposits and their behavior under different conditions. The crater also serves as a unique research site for studying extreme environments. Its high temperatures provide insights into microbial life that can survive in harsh conditions, which may be relevant to the search for life on other planets. Despite its dangers, the door to hell has become a popular tourist destination, attracting thousands of visitors each year, especially at night when the flames create a mesmerizing display against the dark desert sky. However, the Turkmenistan government has raised concerns about the environmental impact of the flames and has expressed interest in extinguishing the fire. This has sparked debate about whether to preserve the site as a unique geological feature or address the potential ecological and economic issues it may cause. The Giant's Causeway. The origins of the Giant's Causeway date back to the Paleogene period, approximately 50 to 60 million years ago, when volcanic activity caused lava to erupt from fissures in the Earth's crust. As the molten rock flowed toward the coast and met the seawater, it cooled rapidly, resulting in the formation of distinctive hexagonal columns. The cooling process caused the basalt to contract and crack, creating these uniform shapes. Recent research has revealed that the lava cooled at temperatures between 1,544 and 1,634 degrees Fahrenheit, a range that promoted the formation of the geometric columns. Some of these columns reach heights of up to 39 feet, 12 meters, and their tops form stepping stones extending into the sea, enhancing their visual appeal. The Giant's Causeway is rich in local folklore, with one famous legend featuring Finn McCool, a giant from Irish mythology. According to the tale, Finn built the causeway as a bridge to Scotland to confront his rival, Benandonna. Upon realizing Benandonna was much larger than he expected, Finn disguised himself as a baby. When Benandonna saw the baby, he fled in fear, destroying the causeway behind him to prevent Finn from following. This myth adds intrigue to the site and highlights how ancient cultures use storytelling to explain natural phenomena. Beyond its geological and mythical significance, the Giant's Causeway is also an important ecological site. The surrounding area is home to diverse flora and fauna, including species that thrive in coastal habitats. The site has been designated as a national nature reserve due to its unique ecosystems and geological features, offering researchers valuable insights into environmental changes over millions of years. The Plain of Jars. The Plain of Jars is a mysterious landscape featuring over 2,000 large stone jars scattered across multiple sites. These jars, which vary in size and design, are believed to date back to the Iron Age, roughly between 500 BC and 500 AD. The exact purpose of the jars and the civilization that created them remain unknown, adding to the site's intrigue. The Plain of Jars was first documented in the 1930s by French archaeologist Madeleine Colani, who suggested that the jars were used in funerary practices, possibly as burial containers. Excavations have uncovered human remains, burial goods, and ceramics around the jars, supporting this theory. Studies show that jars may have been used for mortuary purposes by various cultures from 1240 to 660 BC. The jars are primarily made of sandstone, with some weighing as much as 30 tons. The methods used to transport and position such massive stones remain unclear and continue to intrigue archaeologists and historians. There are several theories about the jars' function. The most widely accepted theory is that they were mortuary vessels used in ancient Laotian burial customs to aid the dead's journey into the afterlife. However, local legends also suggest alternative uses, such as storing rice wine during battles fought by giants or collecting rainwater for travelers during the monsoon season. Despite these theories, the true purpose of the jars remains uncertain, compounded by the lack of written records from that era. researchers rely on archaeological evidence and oral traditions to piece together their history. In addition to its archaeological importance, the Plain of Jars holds cultural significance for Laos. It was added to UNESCO's World Heritage Tentative List in 2011. However, the region's history as a battleground during the Laotian Civil War, 1959 to 1975, has left a legacy of unexploded ordnance, UXO, which poses risks to both locals and tourists today. The Crooked Forest. The Crooked Forest captivates visitors with its surreal curved trees, which mostly bend northward, sparking curiosity about their mysterious origin. Various theories attempt to explain this phenomenon, but none are proven. A popular theory suggests foresters shaped the trees when they were young to produce curved wood for furniture or wheels. However, these plans were abandoned during World War II, leaving the trees permanently bent. Another idea attributes the shape to heavy snowfall pressing on young saplings, though nearby trees unaffected by similar weather challenge this explanation. Some researchers propose geological factors like unusual gravitational forces, but this lacks scientific evidence since gravity doesn't typically cause such bending. Thank you for watching the video to the end. If you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel to enjoy more similar content. We'd love to hear your thoughts on which of these mysterious places has fascinated you in the comments. Until next time.